Could we potentially get the next high schooler dead? Because it's definitely got zombies and it's definitely got etchiness into it. Oh yes, we're here to talk about the series known as Infection. Trust me, I thought it would have like a more Japanese name to itself, but itself it's just called Infection. And I've got to say, there's 2 chapters out at the moment. I was just going to give you a chapter 1 impressions, but chapter 2 immediately came after as soon as I recorded the first version of this video. And I was like, you know what? Because you guys deserve a little bit more, I decided to add chapter 2 little parts into it as well, because why the hell not? So we get to see from the start of the story, we get to see our main character named as Haruki, and basically it starts off with a lot of like high school anti stuff like that. You know, I like this guy. He's like talking to his friends like that. He like talks to like this like girl like he has like there like you know like Ragney and like a bunch of people. It's like, dude, just tell you how you like. We've got a plan here. We're gonna go into like the gym locker. We're gonna set you guys up. Everything's gonna be fine. I believe like her name was like Satsuki. I believe her name was like it was like, oh, I had a crush on her, and even like the class like president was like, yeah, we got this backs on you, and he was immediately going into there. He's like, yeah, hey girl, how's it going? And then it's this other girl known as Kirara, and I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't you. Like, that ain't the girl I like. Who the fuck are you at? And it was like, well, I just came here because of the matter of fact, I came here to get fucking gym equipment because it's a gym locker. Like, it was like, seriously? Like, what the fuck? So, those two ended up staying in there just talking to one another. And it was like, well, I guess we're going to have to wait here till like kind of like after school kind of situation. Turns out, no one turns out, and they're like, what the fuck's going on? Now you're wondering like where the edginess is coming to this. Well, there's like some weird bit where you gotta see her pee, and you gotta see big massive boobs, and yeah, very well detailed on the female body, let's just say that. And basically they stay there till a day. Like, they knocked on the door once and they heard like a bunch of like moaning and crashing. It was like, what the fuck is going on, you know? Next day goes, they actually find a way to get out of this because it's all locked. And turns out, as they go up there, there's a few zombies up there. There's a few zombies that are probably a bit more unique than I've seen with most zombies. So instead of looking dead or looking like kind of like they'd be mutilated or anything like that, like you see on High School Dead, Walking Dead, any of those kind of zombie series like that, what do these zombies have instead? Have insects crawling in their eyes, in their mouths and their nose that come out. And I gotta say, you know what? This is probably a more disgusting version of them. It's like, yeah, you probably get to see like the sounds of rotting flesh and stuff like that, but having that fall into your face and your mouth like that, ugh. And it's like, the one thing, it's like the details like burrowing through your eyebrows as well. I'm just like, that is pretty goddamn disgusting, I'm not gonna lie. And like, you can see it's like, Haruki's panicking, it's like, what the hell's going on, you know, I need to get that. And like, immediately trying to like, put the zombie off them. He's like, oh, gotta rescue Kiara, because she went to the other room and she was getting taken off, and her skirt comes off, because of course, you got to see those old pantsuits going off there. And those two running around. I do appreciate that they kind of came up whilst they were running, saying, okay, listen, here's the fact like that. We want to see the people that we love, we want to see our family members and all that, but if one of us falls down, don't hesitate to leave them behind, because basically I want to see my family, you want to see your family and your loved ones, so yeah, we don't care for each other like that. And I was like, okay, that's kind of fucked up, but yeah, it's kind of kill be kill in this situation. But then, when she starts spraining her leg and all that, after they're running around all the monsters and all that, it's like, oh shit, we can't, because they tried to get out from the city way in and out of the school, and it just was overthrown. Like, the school was actually a little bit more safer than what they had there, and she sprained her leg, and she was just like, yeah, she wasn't even going to say anything, but Haruki, being the main protagonist and the nice guy that he was, carrying her around, and then realized he exhausted himself as well, like, can't go anymore. And it was kind of like really sad to see that around about the end of the chapter, like the two were just holding each other, like saying like their goodbyes and everything. And however, while all of them were like fucking going on like that, like absolute animals and all that, their friends come around, like Ragney and like a bunch of the other guys like that, come around and actually rescue. And I'm like, how the fuck did you get like 20, 30 zombies off with just the brooms? I'm like when you see that panel, you're like, they're all around them now grabbing them. I'm like, I think some of those zombies might have actually not paid attention to those sticks. Like, I don't think so, like that, but it was like, it was fine though. I don't know, just a little awareness. I'm like, how the fuck did they get out of that? And then they had like one of the like senpais in the second chapter like kind of like rescue him. He's like, yeah, it's me, man, I'll get you out of there. And one of them comes jumping out off like the fucking rooftops, like bites his neck like that, and it was just like, and of like a traditional zombie action, you get bitten, you last a day, you're done. That's pretty much how it is. Like, just, oh, there's insects on them. Oh, it's gross. It's definitely gonna make you lose, like, your appetite afterwards, like, seeing this kind of stuff. And the senpai was kind of nice, like, from the whole, like, seeing of it, saying, like, you know, basically, I want to save them, even my girlfriend, although we saw she was kind of a little bit of a bitch about it, and then she was just like, didn't know what to do. She really liked him, but then as well, didn't want to because of the whole biting thing, kind of scared her. And I felt really bad for the guy, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to die, I just want to see my family. Finding out from, like, as well, like, she really wants to see her family as well, like, the Kiara, and it's, like, it's weird, like, seeing from these characters, I already kind of feel really bad for the senpai and all that, going into that. He was like, yeah, man, I want to see that. Oh, well, let's get out of there. And then immediately gets bitten again on the forehead. I'm like, I mean, he's already bitten, so he's already know he's down and out for that. But I'm just like, fuck, can the guy not just get a break or something like that? And he still survives that. He took a chunk out of his forehead as well. The guy's still probably around. It's like, oh, they broke through from, like, the whole, like, class and all that. We out the hallway. We got to get out of here. We got to, like, bust out of there. Right there. And it's just like, these guys can't just catch a break. That immediately, you know, out of the fire into the frying pan, you know, it's just, situation just keeps getting worse and worse for them. And overall, like, I've got to say, for our perspective, it's really great. I actually do like that. Even with the etchiness and all that, it's actually a very nice art style. And just the actual zombies themselves are really just creepy. And just to inform, this is a weekly manga as well. This is in the same magazine as Fairy Tail, in Shonen Magazine. And I've got to say, for a weekly series, it's really goddamn enjoyable. I'm actually really enjoying it so far. I think it has great potential to be a next High School of the Dead. Like, just really curious to see what they're going to do, especially with the characters as well. Like, I really hope so for that. I just hope that it just doesn't get, like, stop, like, what happened to High School of the Dead, because that still upsets me to this day that we didn't get a continuation of it. That really annoys me about that, but you know, I really hope we do get something like that in the future. And honestly, if this could do something like that, I'll be really looking forward to it. Because it's definitely inspired by it. I mean, it's got the zombies, it's got the etchiness. It's definitely that, like, the new High School of the Dead 2.0. So we'd honestly have to wait to see what's going on. I think, like, the only weakest thing I could say so far about the series is, like, although it's 2 chapters, so you definitely have to give it more time to actually develop them. It's like, yeah, the characters so far, there's not exactly one character I really like so far. I know, like, the senpai's gonna die anyway, but he was like, oh, he was kind of manly about it, so I guess he's the only one, but I know he's gonna die, so far, like, I don't care too much for, like, Kirara, I don't care for, like, Haruki, I don't care for any of the guys so far. Regne, she looks cool, she looks like a badass chick, so I'm hoping that, you know, that pen's put on paper, so I'm honestly looking forward to it. So far, what would I give the series? I think it was a great start, honestly, like, I'd give like an 8.5 to like near 9. I thought that was really great art. Story so far, it's a zombie story, so you know nothing's so wrong with it so far, and it's not breaking any molds apart from like just the insects coming out of them and all that. That's creepy as shit and all that, but honestly, I give it, yeah, like, the story was 7.5. Like, I think it's a good thing so far, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's, like, coming out. I know it's weekly, and I know there's a couple of chapters out already. I don't know, but the currently 2 of them are translated, so if there's something really interesting every week, I wouldn't mind talking about it every week. I wouldn't mind that. Like, I'd love to have a zombie story under my belt. I think that'd be good like that. Never got to talk about, like, High School of the Dead when it was out, so definitely would like something like this on there. But let me know what you think in the comments section down below. What do you think is the best manga zombie story out there? I know there's stuff like I Am Hero, like that's probably one of the best ones that is out right now, and I still need to check that out. You got High School of the Dead as well, but this is definitely, if you love High School of the Dead, you're definitely going to love this. I say, for the most part, you guys maybe should wait for a little bit. I imagine that this is something like that could get an anime and potential like that, and maybe it could get like 13 episodes in the thing of like High School of the Dead, so maybe it could get that, although I'm going to be really creeped out with all those insects and stuff going on there. Ugh, like, I'm still thinking about them, like, just, ugh. Yeah, don't read this manga when you're eating something, alright? That's one pro tip from me, alright? So that's all from me, so thank you much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take me out.